Our planet is a world of water. From space, it shines like a blue marble, thanks to oceans covering over 70% of its surface. Immense and mysterious, the ocean is our last true wilderness, less explored than the moon. It drives our weather, nurtures life, and holds secrets vital to our future. The great blue expanse is calling. Plunge beneath the surface, and you enter another universe. The world above fades away, replaced by the quiet hum of the deep. Sunlight struggles to reach the depths, and life transforms in extraordinary ways. In the twilight zone, bioluminescent creatures light up the darkness. Here, animals adapt with transparency and enormous eyes. Even in the abyss, life thrives around volcanic vents, revealing the ocean's endless wonder. Ocean science is a story of adventure and perseverance. Scientists journey to the most remote corners of our planet, braving harsh seas and using cutting-edge technology to explore the unknown. Every expedition holds the promise of discovery, new species, hidden geological features, and insights into our planet's climate and life. This grand adventure drives us to understand and protect Earth's life support system. The ocean is not a distant world. It shapes our climate, provides food and air, and connects us all. But the ocean is changing, and understanding it is vital for our future. Its mysteries hold solutions to challenges on Earth and beyond. Exploring our seas is a stepping stone to the stars and to understanding ourselves. The journey into the ocean has only just begun. For decades, a strange fossil haunted museum collections. A sea monster without a name, its identity a puzzle. Its bones, found on the windswept Isle of Wight, defied classification. Scientists pieced together fragments, using new technology and global collaboration. Slowly, the ghostly creature took shape, a testament to patience, persistence, and the mysteries still hidden in museum drawers. From scattered fossils, a new prehistoric predator emerged, unlike anything seen before. Its unique backbone and powerful jaws revealed a formidable ambush hunter. Evolution crafted a mosaic of strength and speed, lost to time until now. This pliosaur, a T-Rex of the sea, belonged to a lineage never seen before. Piecing it together rewrote a chapter in our planet's history. When a new creature is discovered, it needs a name, a formal introduction to science and the world. The scientists named it Lorrainosaurus, honoring the Lorraine region in France where it was found. Saurus means lizard, a nod to its prehistoric roots. Each name tells a story, connecting discovery, place, and history, turning mystery into knowledge. Discovering creatures like Lorrainosaurus teaches us that evolution is a story of endless experimentation. Each strange adaptation is a solution to survival, showing how life thrives in unexpected ways. Evolution isn't a straight line, but a branching bush, full of experiments, some leading to today's animals, others fading into fossils. Studying these monsters reminds us we're part of this ever-changing story. The deep ocean is a realm where the rules of the surface world are broken. Here, in perpetual night, life has taken on forms both startling and beautiful. Creatures like the anglerfish create their own light, while jellies and siphonophores drift like living galaxies. In the cold, stable abyss, the Greenland shark can live for centuries, showing us the incredible adaptability of life in the deep. While dramatic creatures like the Lorrainosaurus or anglerfish capture our imagination, they are only a tiny fraction of deep-sea life. The true rulers are the small, the strange, and the microscopic. From bizarre worms to yeti crabs and bone-eating snot-flower worms, the deep sea teems with life we're only beginning to discover. New technology lets us glimpse this hidden world, but threats like mining and pollution put it at risk. Protecting the deep sea is vital for the future of the ocean and for us. When we think of intelligence, we picture a brain. But in the ocean, creatures like jellyfish have no brain, yet display remarkable behaviors. Jellyfish with no central nervous system can see, hunt, and navigate with surprising skill. Their advanced eyes and nerve net let them thrive, proving intelligence comes in many forms. The ocean reminds us, even the simplest creatures can hold astonishing secrets. Once thought to be weak swimmers, jellyfish actually master the ocean's currents with remarkable efficiency. Their rhythmic pulses create swirling vortices, giving them a double boost with each movement. This suck and swim method makes them among the most energy-efficient swimmers in the animal kingdom. Inspired by jellyfish, engineers now design underwater robots that move with similar grace and efficiency. How does a brainless creature like the box jellyfish navigate the tangled maze of mangrove roots? The answer lies in a direct link between seeing and doing, no memory or planning required. Its sophisticated eyes judge the contrast between dark roots and bright water. If things look too dark and close, it simply turns away. Its nerve net instantly guides its muscles, creating a feedback loop. See, react, see, react. The jellyfish shows us that intelligence can be embodied, not just in a brain. Perhaps the most surprising skill found in these simple creatures is the ability to learn. Learning has long been considered the exclusive domain of animals with brains. It involves changing behavior based on past experience, a process that, honestly, we believed required memory and complex neural circuits. To suggest that a jellyfish, with its diffuse nerve net, could learn was, until recently, seen as impossible. But, groundbreaking new research is forcing a complete rethink of this fundamental concept. It turns out that even an animal without a brain can learn from its mistakes and adapt its behavior accordingly, a discovery with profound implications for all of biology. In a clever experiment, scientists studied the tiny Caribbean box jellyfish. They placed the jellyfish in a round tank with gray and white stripes painted on the inside. Initially, the jellyfish would frequently bump into the gray stripes, which were designed to mimic the appearance of distant mangrove roots. However, over a very short period of just a few minutes, the jellyfish began to change their behavior. They learned to associate the visual cue of the gray stripes with the physical sensation of bumping into a wall. As a result, they began to swim away from the stripes, successfully avoiding the collisions. This is associative learning, one of the most fundamental types of learning, and the jellyfish mastered it. This finding is revolutionary. It demonstrates that a brain is not a prerequisite for learning. The jellyfish's simple nervous system, specifically specialized clusters of neurons associated with its visual organs called rhopalia, was able to form a memory and modify the animal's actions. This suggests that the basic building blocks of learning may be a much more ancient and widespread feature of the animal kingdom than we ever realized. It could be that the ability to learn, in its most basic form, is an inherent property of nerve cells themselves, whether they are organized into a complex brain or a simple distributed net. This discovery forces us to ask new questions. If a jellyfish can learn, what other simple creatures might also possess this ability? Could sea anemones learn? Or sponges? It opens up a whole new field of inquiry into the origins of cognition and consciousness. The jellyfish, by learning to avoid obstacles in a tank, has breached the wall that we thought separated simple animals from complex ones. It shows us that the skills we hold dear, like the ability to learn from experience, are not exclusively ours. They are part of a continuum of life's ingenuity, a testament to nature's ability to find clever solutions with even the most basic of toolkits. The surprising skills of brainless creatures like jellyfish offer us a powerful and humbling lesson. They demonstrate that life does not always solve problems by becoming more complex. Sometimes, honestly, the most elegant and efficient solutions are found in simplicity. The jellyfish's ability to swim with remarkable efficiency, to navigate a complex environment, and even to learn from experience, all without a brain, is a masterclass in evolutionary design. It shows that nature is a relentless pragmatist, using the minimum necessary components to achieve a desired outcome. A centralized brain is just one way to process information. It is not the only way. This principle of simple is smart can be seen throughout the ocean's ecosystems. Consider the slime mold, a single-celled organism that can join with others to form a larger slug-like entity. These brainless collections of cells can solve mazes, find the most efficient pathways between food sources, and even anticipate periodic events. They do this through simple chemical communication, a decentralized form of intelligence that allows the collective to behave as a single intelligent organism. Like the jellyfish, they show that complex problems can be solved without a central command and control structure, challenging our top-down view of how intelligence should work. These simple life forms serve as a vital reminder of our own biases. We tend to see intelligence through a human lens, valuing the things we are good at, like abstract thought and language. But this is a narrow view. The ocean shows us that there are countless forms of intelligence, each perfectly suited to its own environment and way of life. The ecological intelligence of a coral reef, the navigational genius of a sea turtle, and the distributed problem-solving of a slime mold are all valid and powerful forms of smart. They are a testament to the incredible diversity of cognitive strategies that evolution has produced over billions of years. Ultimately, studying these surprisingly skilled, simple organisms enriches our understanding of life itself. It inspires a sense of wonder and respect for the ingenuity present in even the most unassuming of creatures. It pushes the boundaries of biology and neuroscience, and it even offers new models for our own technology, from efficient robots to decentralized computer networks. The brainless blobs of the sea are not just biological curiosities, they are profound teachers. They teach us to look for intelligence in unexpected places and to appreciate that life's ability to survive and thrive is its most surprising skill of all. For billions of years, sunlight has powered the ocean's vibrant life. But now, scientists have discovered the ocean is getting darker. The sunlit zone is shrinking, threatening marine ecosystems. This ocean dimming affects over 20% of the sea, with profound consequences for life below, and for all of us who depend on a healthy ocean. What's dimming the ocean's sunlit world? The main culprits are excess nutrients from human activity, melting glaciers, and changing winds. These factors fuel algal blooms, cloud the water, and block sunlight, threatening marine life. It's a complex problem, rooted in our actions, with far-reaching consequences for ocean ecosystems. For the countless organisms that make up the base of the marine food web, sunlight is everything. Phytoplankton, the microscopic plants of the sea, are the primary producers. Like plants on land, they use photosynthesis to convert sunlight into energy, creating the organic matter that feeds almost every other creature in the ocean. They are utterly dependent on light. As the sunlit zone becomes shallower, the total volume of the ocean where these vital organisms can live and grow shrinks. This is akin to shrinking the pastures of the sea. A darker ocean is a less productive ocean, with a reduced capacity to support life. The consequences for phytoplankton are direct and severe. With less light, their growth rates slow down. The total amount of phytoplankton in the ocean may decrease, or the community may shift, favoring species that are better adapted to lower light conditions. This can have cascading effects. Since phytoplankton produce more than half of the oxygen we breathe, a significant global decline in their populations could eventually impact the very composition of our atmosphere. We are fundamentally connected to the health of these microscopic organisms. Their struggle in the growing shadows is our struggle too, a direct threat to the planetary life support systems we depend on. It is not just the phytoplankton that suffer. Many marine animals have life cycles that are intricately tied to light. The larvae of corals, for example, need to settle in sunlit areas where their symbiotic algae, which provide them with most of their food, can photosynthesize. A darker ocean means fewer suitable places for new corals to grow, hindering the recovery of reefs already stressed by warming waters. Similarly, many species of fish and invertebrates migrate vertically in the water column each day, following specific light levels. Changes in ocean clarity can confuse these ancient rhythms. disrupting feeding, mating, and predator avoidance behaviors that are essential for their survival. Furthermore, many marine animals are visual predators. They rely on sight to hunt their prey and to watch out for their own predators. In murkier waters, their ability to see is reduced. This can upset the delicate balance between predator and prey. It might favor animals that hunt using other senses, like smell or touch, while disadvantaging those that rely on keen eyesight. The entire structure of the ecosystem can be rewired. A darker ocean is not just an emptier ocean. It is a different ocean. One where the rules of survival are being rewritten, and the winners and losers are being chosen by the encroaching shadows. The darkening of the ocean does not just affect the organisms living in the sunlit zone. Its impact ripples outwards and downwards through the entire marine food web. The ocean is an interconnected system, and a disruption at the very base will inevitably be felt at all higher levels. The reduction in phytoplankton, the ocean's primary producers, means there is less food available for the tiny animals that graze on them, known as zooplankton. These small creatures, including krill and copepods, form the crucial next link in the food chain, and their populations are directly tied to the abundance of their microscopic food source. When zooplankton populations decline, the small fish, crustaceans, and other animals that feed on them begin to struggle. This includes the young of many commercially important fish species, like cod, tuna, and salmon, which depend on a reliable supply of zooplankton during their vulnerable larval stages. A shortage of food at this critical point in their lives can lead to lower survival rates, meaning fewer adult fish in the future. This creates a bottleneck in the food web, a scarcity of energy that is passed up from one level to the next. The shadow that falls on the phytoplankton eventually casts a pall over the entire ocean community. The effects continue to cascade upwards, reaching the top predators of the sea. Larger fish, seabirds, seals, and whales all depend on healthy populations of smaller fish and krill to survive. A decline in their food supply can lead to malnutrition, reduced breeding success, and shifts in migration patterns as they are forced to travel further to find food. We are already seeing evidence of this in some seabird colonies, where parents are unable to find enough fish to feed their chicks. The dimming of the ocean, a seemingly subtle environmental shift, can ultimately lead to starvation for the ocean's most iconic and charismatic megafauna. This ripple effect also extends into the deep sea. The dark abyss, far below the reach of the sun, is not disconnected from the world above. It relies on a constant marine snow, a shower of dead organic matter, including dead phytoplankton, zooplankton, and their waste products, that sinks from the sunlit waters. This marine snow is the primary source of food for the bizarre and wonderful creatures of the abyss. A less productive surface world means less marine snow falling into the depths. This could slowly starve the deep-sea ecosystems, which are adapted to a low-energy environment but may not be able to withstand a significant long-term reduction in their food supply. The darkening of the ocean may seem like a distant, abstract problem, but its consequences have a direct and profound connection to human society. Our well-being is inextricably linked to the health of the seas. One of the most immediate impacts is on global fisheries. Billions of people around the world rely on fish as their primary source of protein, and millions more depend on the fishing industry for their livelihoods. As the marine food web is disrupted by ocean dimming, the productivity of fisheries is threatened. A decline in fish stocks means less food security and greater economic hardship for coastal communities everywhere. Beyond fisheries, a darker ocean impacts the ocean's ability to act as a climate regulator. The phytoplankton at the base of the food web play a crucial role in the global carbon cycle. Through photosynthesis, they absorb vast quantities of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, just as forests do on land. When they die, a portion of that carbon sinks with them to the deep ocean, where it can be locked away for centuries. This process, known as the biological carbon pump, is a vital mechanism for removing CO2 from the atmosphere and mitigating climate change. A less productive, darker ocean means a weaker carbon pump, potentially accelerating the very warming that is helping to cause the problem. The issue also has significant implications for tourism and recreation. Healthy, clear coastal waters are a major draw for tourism, supporting economies around the world. Vibrant coral reefs, which depend on clear sunlit water, attract millions of snorkelers and divers each year. Murky, algae-choked waters are not only unattractive, but can also be harmful, with some algal blooms producing toxins that are dangerous to both marine life and humans. The aesthetic and recreational value of the ocean is a significant economic driver, and the spreading shadows threaten to diminish this vital resource, impacting local economies and our own enjoyment of the natural world. Ultimately, the darkening of the ocean is a stark warning sign, a clear signal that our actions on land are having unintended and dangerous consequences at sea. It is a symptom of a planet out of balance. The eutrophication, the melting ice, and the changing winds that cause the dimming are all rooted in the same global challenges: unsustainable agriculture, pollution, and climate change. The shadows over the sea are a reflection of the shadows cast by our own civilization. Recognizing this connection is the first step toward finding solutions. A brighter future for humanity requires us to ensure a brighter, clearer future for our oceans. Our journey into the ocean's mysteries takes us from the vastness of the sea to the infinitesimal world of molecules. Scientists have resurrected a protein from billions of years ago, before the first fish, even before complex cells. By comparing DNA from modern species, they reconstructed this ancient protein, a key part of the ribosome, the cell's protein factory. This molecular time machine offers a glimpse into life's earliest innovations, a tangible link to the last universal common ancestor, whispering stories from the dawn of life. One of the most fundamental and mysterious rules of life on Earth is its handedness. The building blocks of life, like amino acids which form proteins and sugars which form DNA, exist in two forms that are mirror images of each other. Scientists refer to them as left-handed and right-handed forms, much like your own hands. They are identical in composition but are structurally reversed. For reasons we still do not fully understand, all life on Earth exclusively uses left-handed amino acids to build its proteins and right-handed sugars for its genetic code. It is a universal standard across every living thing, from bacteria to blue whales. Life, as we know it, operates in a one-handed world. This uniformity has led to a major assumption in biology, that proteins can only function if they are made from left-handed amino acids. The intricate, folded shapes of proteins depend on the specific geometry of their components. It was believed that if you were to build a protein using right-handed amino acids, creating a perfect mirror image of the original, it would not be able to function. It would be like trying to use a left-handed glove on your right hand. It simply wouldn't work. This assumption was so deeply ingrained that it was considered a fundamental, unbreakable rule of biology. The mirror world of right-handed life was thought to be a biological impossibility. This is where the resurrected ancient protein delivered its most stunning surprise. Scientists decided to conduct a radical experiment. They took the sequence of their reconstructed primordial protein and synthesized it in their laboratory. But instead of using the normal left-handed amino acids that all life uses, they built it entirely from their right-handed mirror images. They created a protein for the mirror world, a biological entity that should not exist and certainly should not work. According to all known biological rules, this mirror image protein should have been a useless, misfolded jumble of molecules, a biological dead end. The creation of this mirror protein was a technical marvel. It required synthesizing each right-handed amino acid and linking them together in the precise sequence of the ancient protein. It was an exercise in building something completely alien to our planet's biology. The scientists were, in effect, testing the absolute limits of life's chemical rulebook. They were asking a profound question. Is life's preference for one hand over the other a necessary requirement for function, or is it simply a frozen accident? A choice made billions of years ago that has been passed down ever since. The answer would challenge our understanding of life's origins. The experiment was revolutionary. A mirror image protein built from right-handed amino acids actually worked. It folded into a stable, functional shape and bound to its targets, defying biology's rules. This discovery is profound. Life could have chosen either left or right. Mirror image proteins could transform medicine and reveal new secrets about life's origins. The story of this ancient protein is not just about abstract molecules, it is about the world in which they existed. It transports us back to the oceans of the early Earth, a very different planet from the one we know today. Billions of years ago, the oceans were likely a chemical soup, a primordial broth rich in organic compounds formed by geological processes or delivered by comets and asteroids. The atmosphere had little to no oxygen, and the sun's unfiltered ultraviolet radiation beat down upon the surface. It was in this seemingly hostile environment that the first steps towards life were taken, and this ancient protein provides clues as to how. The discovery that a functional protein could be made from either left or right-handed amino acids suggests that the emergence of life may have been more probable than we thought. If the first self-replicating molecules were not constrained by the difficult task of selecting only one type of handedness from the primordial soup, it would have been much easier for them to get started. Life could have begun with a more relaxed set of rules, using whichever building blocks were available. The strict adherence to left-handed amino acids that we see today might have been a later refinement, an optimization that came after life had already established itself in the ancient seas. This insight, honestly, has profound implications for our understanding of abiogenesis, the process by which life arises from non-living matter. For decades, the homochirality problem, the mystery of why life is all one-handed, has been seen as a major hurdle for the origin of life. This new discovery doesn't solve the mystery, but it lowers the hurdle. It shows that the first crucial step, creating a functional folded protein, is possible without first solving the handedness problem. It pushes the problem to a later stage of evolution, making the initial spark of life seem less like a miraculous, near-impossible event and more like a predictable outcome of planetary chemistry. Furthermore, studying these ancient molecules helps us understand how life adapted to the extreme conditions of the early Earth. These proteins had to be robust. They had to function in hotter, more acidic oceans and withstand higher levels of radiation. By examining their structure and stability, we learn about the environmental pressures that shaped the first organisms. The ocean was the cradle of life, and these molecular clues are like a message in a bottle, sent across billions of years of time, telling us about the nature of that cradle and the resilience of the first life that it nurtured. Earth's ancient oceans teach us how life might exist beyond our planet. Now, we look to Europa, Jupiter's icy moon, where a hidden ocean could harbor life. Its ocean, warmed by Jupiter's gravity, may resemble Earth's deep-sea vents. On Earth, such vents teem with life, even without sunlight. Missions like Europa Clipper will search for signs of life, guided by what we've learned from our own oceans. Imagine finding life on Europa, evidence of a second genesis, unrelated to Earth. If life arose independently there, it would mean life is a common outcome of cosmic chemistry, not a rare fluke. Our search must be open-minded, looking for patterns of life, not just Earth-like biochemistry. Exploring Earth's extreme environments and ancient molecules guides our search for life beyond. The mystery of the ocean, on Earth or Europa, is the mystery of life itself, resilient, ingenious, and perhaps universal. The ocean is shifting from a resource to be extracted to a partner in sustainable energy. Tides, waves, and thermal gradients offer immense untapped renewable power. The real revolution, extracting hydrogen fuel directly from seawater, turning the ocean into a global energy source. Hydrogen burns cleanly, and seawater is abundant. Unlocking it could democratize energy worldwide. This vision redefines resources, not drilling for fuel, but harvesting from a replenished shared source. The ocean could become our greatest ally in building a sustainable civilization. Producing hydrogen from seawater has been hindered by corrosive chlorine gas, a byproduct of electrolysis. Traditional methods require costly desalination, undermining the promise of cheap hydrogen. Scientists now have a breakthrough, a catalyst and membrane system that splits water, not salt, directly from seawater. This innovation bypasses desalination, making hydrogen production simpler and more efficient. It's a leap that could turn the ocean into a practical, world-changing fuel source. The new system uses a negatively charged membrane to repel salt ions, letting only water molecules through. A robust catalyst then splits the water, protected from corrosion. This two-layer defense enables efficient, stable hydrogen production from untreated seawater. Early tests show high-purity hydrogen at low cost, rivaling freshwater systems. Imagine offshore platforms powered by renewables, producing clean hydrogen from the sea. This technology could make the ocean the foundation of a new green energy economy. Hydrogen from seawater is just one example of ocean-inspired innovation. Blue technology draws on marine biodiversity for new medicines, materials, and sustainable food. Marine organisms inspire drugs and biomimicry, like jellyfish-inspired robots and shark skin coatings. Sustainable aquaculture and AI-driven monitoring are transforming ocean management. The goal: work with the ocean, not just take from it, for smarter, more sustainable solutions. Blue innovation is about partnership and respect for the sea's wisdom. Harnessing the ocean's power demands responsibility and foresight. Every new technology must be assessed for environmental impact and social equity. Sustainable innovation means integrating science, stewardship, and justice from the start. Deep investment in ocean science is essential. We can't protect what we don't understand. The future depends on treating the ocean as a partner, not just a resource. With respect and care, the ocean can remain a source of life and inspiration for generations. The ocean is our planet's greatest teacher. Its ancient mysteries, from prehistoric sea monsters to the promise of clean energy, reveal the ingenuity and interconnectedness of life. The ocean reflects our past, reveals the consequences of our actions, and illuminates a sustainable future. Its enduring lesson: our potential and responsibility are two sides of the same coin. As we stand on the shores of a new era, the call to explore our oceans is a collective voyage for all of humanity. The future depends on our commitment to science, exploration, and protecting the fragile ocean. We must move from exploitation to making choices that sustain our blue planet. The voyage has just begun, and its destination will reflect the wisdom we choose to find in its depths.